I'm going to give you another option for when you're doing the task in lesson 2 of settlement. When it's creating your own settlement, you can use Keynote. It's also similar to be using PowerPoint, where you can insert objects, but personally I feel like Keynote's a bit better because it moves around a little bit easier when you insert things. So this is one I made already. If you have a look, it should cover most of the different aspects I'm asking you to put in. It's got the key. It's kind of got a mini symbol based on, what's kind of there and stuff. It's got forest, mountains. I've labelled a river. I've labelled the sea. I've got how big each kind of the scale of it. So that line represents 1 kilometre. And then I've got my compass at the bottom, north, south, west and east. And the title, The City of Broken Hearts. Right, so what to do is hit the plus at the bottom, left, and you put a blank map in. Go to background. Now I've made an island, but you could equally do it's quite nice with a gradient, but I mean you can just do colour. You can pick like a kind of woodland, say, or a green kind of map or whatever if it's in the middle of land. And then all you do to insert different things is hit the hit the plus at the top right, and there's loads of objects and geometry. If you lose anything, you just hit the little search and then search it. And most importantly, in basic, there is a text box. So that's a really crucial one. Then you just put the title in, so the map of instruction, we'll call it. Then once I put that in, just a very quick way of fixing that and making it look nicer is hitting the paintbrush, and you can change text, arrange, style. So for example, I could put that as a style. Say I want my text to be a bit bigger, so I go into the text part and just make it a wee bit bigger. The colour of the text, I could make it something different if I wanted as well. Then I go to arrange, and say this would be more because there was something in the way of this, but generally that's kind of how I would do it. Then I go to plus again. I am going to create a sort of land mass or built up area is my plan. I could draw a sort of river using this sort of thing, and then do it from kind of one end of the map to the other. And I could do blue. I could make the style of it look a little bit like a river, and just increase the size of it. So I can absolutely do that. Or I can, if you search river here, you'll see that there is a river. So you could essentially have the river in the middle of the page, see? And then of course you just change the colour to blue to create the river. Then all you do is build up parts of your map. So in geometry you can go to, in the shape, you can go to buildings of education. You can go to nature and put in different trees, grassland, or bamboo forest, say. Just build it up next to your river. You could change the colour of that. And essentially just build up as much and as many things as you like. So you could even put people in if you wanted, if it represented something that you thought was important. But places, put your towers, there's a wee thing there. So put it in. And then once you've kind of built up your city, of course we probably maybe want to make more boxes and things that look like a town. You could do like I did mountains or a forest. Then you need to make sure that once you've done all that, you put a box in, a text box, and that's going to be the key so that everyone knows what your symbols represent. So key, and say it's a tower. It's our first one. Now again, change the sort of the setup of it so that it looks better. Maybe not make it blue. And then within that, okay, we could put a lot more words. Say I plan on doing a forest, I plan on doing the river, whatever. And then for each of them, just like duplicate the object that you used. Copy, paste, and then just make a wee mini version. Zoom in, wee mini version next to it so people know what it represents. And kind of just work your way through and build it up, kind of like I've done with this one here. And that way you can really get creative. Of course, if you wanted to, you didn't have to use the shapes that are there. You could just use little boxes and build them up over time or whatever. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, a good way would be to obviously just zooming in. I mean, if you built up boxes over time, you could make that look the way you wanted it to look. In terms of like its design, you could like zoom in and then add a second box, and that could be the kind of windows that you would like to make it, or whatever. You know, it's absolutely up to you. Just you can get as creative as possible. Okay, great. Thank you.